Chef Pusheen is out because we're definitely cooking up a deal on this one. The Casio Forester. You know, I had an older version of the Forester that was the analog plus the digital display down in the 6 o'clock position, and I loved it. I wore it for years. Really great watch. This one is the same, similar. We're going to zoom in a little bit more of a field watch aesthetic here. But when you think about the price, what you actually get for $21.95, link will be in the description, does help the channel, full disclaimer, is actually pretty remarkable. And if you just look for a watch, you love Casio, you love the accuracy, you love the durability, you love the battery life and all the rest of it, but you don't want a digital watch. You want something that has like this aesthetic here. You like the kind of leather and nylon band, all the rest of it, then this is definitely something you'll want to take a look at. So let's start. It's a 43 or 41 millimeter case, I believe. Disregard the number. It doesn't matter because it wears a lot smaller than that because the lug is basically the case itself. Also, there's a lot of bezel here, and the actual watch face is a little bit smaller. But don't be fooled by that either, because when I put this on my wrist, 7-inch wrist, doesn't look bad, and it doesn't get lost because you got the extra bits of leather here. You kind of got the strap that makes it look a little bit bulkier than it actually is. It wears really nicely, and it's comfortable because you got the Velcro. You can get an exact fit. No issues with that. So you don't, if it's a 20 millimeter band, I guess you could futz with it if you want, take it off. But personally, I like the aesthetic. I get it for that field watch kind of look, and this band certainly provides that. The spec-wise, you can't beat it. 10-year battery, 100 meters of water resistance. It's not screw-down crown, but you're still getting that water resistance. Here's the crown at 4 o'clock. You get the quartz movement. It stops, obviously. You can do second hand. You get hacks, so you can be accurate here. Here's one thing that I've noticed, and it's a little tough to tell here, and it looks a little off here, but if you're somebody that's a little OCD with the second hand hitting the markers, I don't know what it is. I'm going to zoom in and make sure, or I'm going to actually look at, yeah, mine does a really good job. I don't know if that's luck of the draw, but this thing hits the markers, hit the indices right on most of the time. If it's off by a little bit, but it corrects itself. So whatever it is with this watch, Casio's done a really nice job. If we can get it to zoom in here or focus, Casio's done a really nice job. But you see, you got the field watch kind of cream with the green looking numerals here, and then on the inside ring there, you've got the red 24-hour, so you can keep track of that, which is quite nice. Otherwise, it's pretty simple. You got some Forester branding up here. You got it here down below and on the strap, which is quite nice. Feels good. Doesn't irritate. A lot of times with these inexpensive watches, you get the nylon straps and they're itchy and they're uncomfortable when you move them around, or they got these hitch marks, or they got stuff that's sticking out on the back, or the stitching, or whatever it is. Nothing like that. Even the band is quite comfortable. So I never felt it irritating my wrist whatsoever. You got the little, I believe it's a stainless steel back. Yeah, stainless steel back here to help with the 100 meters of water resistance. No issues. The rest of it's going to be plastic, though. Amber light, one amber. But let me tell you something. Listen, the camera kind of blows that out. But this thing, the little amber LED that you got here with it's not afterglow. But I love the way, if you see that, watch how it kind of fades away. I just think that's a really cool element to this watch. But it actually illuminates the entire watch face. No issues whatsoever. You could see it in the dark. I love it. A lot of times when you got these ones that are on one side or the other, and it's the amber light, it's just a single LED. Yeah, it blows out one side. You can always see one side, and the other side's dark. No, it does a great job illuminating the whole thing with plastic on top, acrylic on top, glass, of course, or acrylic crystal on top. So there. But if you're just looking for a hiking watch, a watch that you could take in the water, you're in the river, whatever it happens to be that you're doing, this is definitely one. If you just like that field watch look, but you don't want to spend $100, the Seiko field watch has gotten up there now. They used to be had cheap. Now you can't. You're looking at $100 or $200 for a decent field watch. This is one that you can have. You get all the specs that you'd want with the water resistance and the durability, all the rest of it, good, accurate quartz movement, things that you'd want with the battery life on a device like, or on a watch like this. And you get it at a reasonable price, $21.99, $21.95. If you could find one, pick it up. And like I said, don't be put off with the smaller dimensions of this watch or think it's going to look a little too dainty on your wrist. It's not. It's not. It's going to be a substantial wear, not substantial wear, but it's going to fill out nicely because, like I said, of the straps, the leather on the side here, it's going to look nice. And that lug to lug, even though it looks a little on the short side, actually is filled out by these straps of leather here. And then when you hook it in and you got it going, it'll actually fit nicely on your wrist. But overall, I've been pleased with it. I wore it a lot when I first got it. I loved my other one. It was a black one, all black, but it had kind of the last third of it was a digital readout display, which is helpful, I understand, but some people don't like that look. Some people just want the old classic field watch analog look, and you absolutely get that with the reliability of the quartz, with the battery life of the quartz, and all the other advantages that Casio gives you with this particular watch, plus that 100 meters of water resistance, which is impressive. This price range, you're thinking 50? It's great. 100 meters of water resistance, really nice, accurate quartz. Look at it hitting the indices there as it goes across. No issues with that. Overall, nicely built, durable. You're going to love the watch for the price that you've paid. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious.